Hey guys, I'm gonna go see a movie tonight. It's called Freaky. It's starring Vince Vaughn and this girl right over here. I remember one afternoon I had absolutely nothing to do and I was passing the theater, and just out of curiosity I saw what movies they were playing, and it was like Paranormal 3 or 4, I forget which one. But I had nothing to do, so I'm just like, I got some money in my pocket, let's go see it. It was starring this girl right here, and it wasn't a great movie by any means, but I liked her in it, and I've seen her in different roles. I kind of like her, and I would like to see her in this movie. Vince Vaughn, on the other hand, I like Swingers, and a lot of people like his other movies, Wedding Crashers being one of them, Dodgeball being another one. I don't like any of those at all. But I'm not, correct me if I'm wrong, but Vince Vaughn, he seems like the same guy in every single movie, doesn't he? But then again, that's kind of like the MO of a lot of actors out there, but it is what it is. All right, so anyways, I'm going to go ahead and see this movie in just a few seconds. I'll be right back to let you know what I think about Freaky. All right, I'll see you in just a few seconds. Bye. Hey guys, I just got done watching the movie. Let's go ahead and get into the synopsis of the movie. We have two characters. We have the serial killer, played by Vince Vaughn, and kind of like the shy, introverted girl, played by this girl over here. I'm sorry, I still don't know her name. We established from the very beginning of the movie that the serial killer has become some sort of a legend in this town, where he goes, a certain time of the year, he kills some teenagers. This year is no exception. We opened the scene with four young people meeting their grisly death. And then we continue the story where we find out that in that house that he had just killed, he takes this dagger that is kind of embedded with, so it's cursed, and it's got the curse states that the wielder of the dagger will swap bodies, swap spirits, mental awareness with his victim. So they swap bodies, and it kind of becomes a Freaky Friday with kind of a murderous bent to it. That's basically it. The rest of the movie is where Vince Vaughn, with the girl's spirit, finds herself in a position where she has to stab him with the dagger again, to swap bodies, to bring herself back to her original body. Now, was it a good movie? I had a lot of fun with it. I did. And these are the things I liked about this movie. When I walked in, when I did my intro, did I say something about how I haven't liked Vince Vaughn since Swingers? You know, I really don't like Vince Vaughn. He's been in some really... He's been in movies that don't speak to me. Dodgeball is just a kind of an absurdist comedy that I wouldn't even try. I wouldn't even try. I think he was in like Old School. No, not my thing. He was in Wedding Crashers. Again, not my thing. I didn't find it all that funny. But honestly, he was the best part of this movie. I really liked his female character. I really liked the way he portrayed that character, in his mannerisms, in the way he talked, I really liked it. I thought it was really solid, and probably the most solid part of this movie. I totally bought that. On the flip side of that coin, that girl actor that I was talking about, she played that serial killer's character really straight, and the script obviously didn't give any leeway, and wasn't going to venture into giving us any story about that character. I wish it would have. I know it's kind of just over the top comedy, and it's not really a place to explore the psyche of that serial killer, but I would have liked a little more. Basically, all we were given were like just long and kind of like dour stares from this character, and we weren't given any other story. I would have liked him to slip up her and his character to slip up and mention, like a bad upbringing or drug involvement or something to that effect in some kind of comedic way. But we never got any backstory for that character. It was just basically very, very two-dimensional. That was one of the drawbacks for me. As far as the plot goes, we are given a couple twists, especially at the end, and they were very satisfying. And I'm not speaking of the very end twist. The very end twist, and then at the end, we did have a twist ending, and I'm sorry, but I'm going to go ahead and mention it. I'm not going to tell you what it was, but at the same time, it felt like the movie, I loved the conclusion of the movie until I didn't, because it seemed like it went like about 10 minutes too long. There was a conclusion after the conclusion, and I thought that movie would have been a lot better if they had just stopped it at good, instead of trying to continue it on for another 10 minutes. That's about it, guys. That's what I really didn't like about the movie. But on the strength of Vince Vaughn, I really did like this movie. And not only that, but it had some good writing to it. It had some very funny and comedic moments. I enjoyed this movie. Because of that, I was going to give it an 85 until that last 10 minutes, until that movie ran. It overstayed its welcome. And so I'm going to go ahead and give it an 80. I'm going to go ahead and deduct 5 more points off that, because they should have had the wisdom to stop that movie. But either than that, it was still a really good time. I really did have a fun time on it, and I'm kind of happy that I decided to go ahead and go and see that movie. But that's it, guys. I'm going to go ahead and get going. I enjoyed the movie. I would recommend going to see it in the theaters, especially nowadays when these theaters absolutely 100% need every single customer that they can get to support their business. Go out and support your local theaters, because right now they're hurting. And I love going to the theater, and I love to see theater movies. So let's support these movie theaters as much as possible. All right. 80% for Freaky, and I'm out of here. But other than that, guys, as always, I want to wish everybody peace, Montanay. I'll talk to you guys later, and goodbye.